Alright, hello, how you doing? That is good, I'm glad. Alright, so what we are going to look into today is sampling or sound, waveform, whatever, audio manipulation. Just having fun is what I like to call it. And let me show you what I'm working with right now. This is an audio file that I got from splice.com. I do the monthly subscription for $7.99. You get 100 credits, and yeah, just download whatever you find or hear that you can, F with. And I kind of F'd with this one because I liked how it was pretty notey. And yeah, this is definitely something that we can have fun with. Because remember, it's all about fun. So let's check it out. Before we get into this, I have to explain what a transient is. Transients are it's the initial spike of a sound in the most simplest terms. So basically, that very first, it's like the loudest point of a waveform. So let's see, let's go and look at them. This would be a transient. We can zoom in here. See how it spikes up that way? That's where the note begins. Oops, did not mean to do that. By the way, I'm doing this on the fly, so there's going to be a few mess ups, but it's natural. You can tell that's a note starting. Let's see. See, it changes right there. And then, or that's the same note, and then changes around right here. See where I'm going with that? So yeah, it's all about using your ears first and foremost, with a little bit of help from your eyes. You got to use your ears. It's not always about the gear. It's not always about what levels look like on this meter, because this thing can lie to you. And if it sounds good and it's clipping, who cares, right? It's 2019 now. But yeah, so it's just important to know that transients are a big deal when it comes to reading waveforms and, picking apart different things. So what we're going to do now is let's just have fun with it. I'm doing this on the fly, like I said, so I have no particular chop in mind. I'm just going to go along with what I feel, just like I always do. That's the beauty of making music, and that's how it should be. Okay, so here we go. Let's check it out. Okay, so I kind of hear, let me see, I'm going to play it one more time. Alright, so let's go ahead and just, by the way, Z, if you press just Z on Logic, it's going to zoom in. So basically, if I zoom out like that, command up and down, press Z, boom. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another track so that I can, drop anything I need down there. Command D is going to do that for you. Oh yeah, one more thing. It is very important to know the BPM, beats per minute, of whatever you're manipulating. Sometimes you might not know, if you're using existing songs that maybe were recorded back in the day when they didn't use clicks and the music fluctuated. You might not know, so you're going to have to make a BPM for it, and you're going to have to do a little bit of extra work to keep it stable like that. But at the same time, that's what makes it very fun. And you don't have to do it that way if you want. You can do whatever you want. This is music. It's love. Ain't nothing wrong with things sound a little wrong. Except there is. Alright, so let's see. Pressing C to get rid of the cycler / looper. So I'm thinking that. Let's see, so we're going to chop it there. I'm doing snap regions to absolute value. I like it. I like my settings that way because it just kind of knocks things right into the grid. It's a lot easier to place things. So let's see here. Let's zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, so let's see here. So right here, let's say right here, and so let's bring this one down here. Let's mute this real quick. Alright, so we're going to take off a little bit of that last note. Let's zoom in more. See how the waveform changes? It's very important to learn how to read waveforms when it comes to this kind of thing. You can see how each note changes visually. But remember, always use your ears. So let's see, noticing the pattern, noticing the pattern, noticing the pattern. Pretty consistent. Oh, I think it's starting to change. Yeah, so I feel like it changes like right here. Let's try this. Let's delete that. Okay, very good. I'd say like right there. And then let's add a little fade, just to get rid of that little pop at the end. Make a small little fade. Okay, cool. And now we can have some fun. That's my first note. So if I wanted to just repeat it, let's say, this is something I like to do. You don't have to do this, because if you stretch it a little too much, it will start to sound really degraded. It will degrade the sound. What I do is press Option and I click and drag the waveform onto the grid in place, you know what I mean. So now we have. So if I wanted to, I could just press Command R, and there's my song. Alright, so we got that. Now let's go back to the original and let's see what we can do. So we're just gonna listen, and whatever you hear in your head, we're gonna try to make that into a reality. So the note changes around here. Let's see. Oops. Nice, perfect, beautiful. I love when things work out that way. So let's see. Let's go ahead and repeat this. Command R. Nice, nice. All right, so there's two notes right there. So let's see where it changes. Let's do a little bit of a zoomage. You can make the waveform bigger by clicking on this waveform icon, waveform zoom. If you hold on it a little bit longer, you can zoom in even more. But I would not recommend that. It's kind of ugly and artifacty and looks weird. So we see that the waveform changes around here. Alright, so remember, this is kind of like trial and error at the same time. Like, not every chop or cut you do is going to be perfect. That's why you just try again. So let's drag this down here, put it in on the grid, line it up nice and tight. And let's see here. Okay, so let's see what I can do. I can honestly make this smaller. Let's try this. Yeah, let's try that. Put a little bit of a fade, sorry, not a zoom. And let's go ahead and remove this fade and make it a crossfade. Cool. Let's remove, and then we're going to make this a crossfade. Make it nice and tight. Alright. Nice, nice. I do notice that part of the other note, the da-da part right here, is starting, you can hear it still. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Let's get rid of it a little bit more. I'd say to like right there. Okay, and now I'm going to do that Option drag again. Line it up. Cool. Let's try repeating it. Nah. Yeah, like I said, this is all a lot of trial and error. So let's go ahead and move this note here. See what we can do. So, yeah, I think it sounds better when we go. Let's go back to the original and see what we can find. I kind of like that part. Let's do that. And then let's drag it down, and then we'll mess with it from there. This is the beauty of sampling and chopping things up. It's, like I said over and over again, it's all trial and error, and it's all subjective, what you come up with, and no one can say anything about it other than that it sucks. But who cares what they say, right? Who cares what anyone says? Mm-mm. Cool, cool. Let's drag this in. Extend it. Okay, something's weird here. Let's try this. Boom. Nice. And then we can grab this guy and put him right here. Oh, nah, I kind of like how it goes into this. Extend this more. Da 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 da. Let's try repeating it. Or actually, let's try repeating this part. Hold on. I think this can be moved a little bit. This can play a little bit longer. There we go. Let's get rid of that last little piece. And press Option, drag. Boom. There's still a little bit of it left in there. A little bit. A little bit more. There we go. I'm cool with that. Okay, so now let's try repeating that. Cool. Yeah. I don't like that at all. Yeah. Let's try dragging this. Let's try doing this. Boom. Okay. Let's try da da. Let's try repeating the da da da. Boom. Okay. Okay. But let's just get those last two notes. Yeah. Da 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 da. Nah. Let's try that. And let's try that. Da 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 da. Okay, okay. Try not to make this very, very long. However, I do want to show you the process because it can take quite a while. Yeah, because this is, like I said, I'm doing this on the fly. I really don't know how I want this to sound. I really don't know if I'm going to like it. But it's fun. Okay, okay. Let's try extending that. Da, da, da. Okay, okay, I can get down with that. Let's try repeating that. Command R. Let's try that. Yeah. Nice, nice. It is very important to keep it on the grid. So my reference is always going to be these lines. And I'm always going to be looking at the transients and making sure that they are in line. All right. It's kind of funny. Now let's grab this one just for fun and see what happens. Okay, so let's just move this out a little bit like that and bring it back out. Nice. Boom. Okay. Alright. Let's do that again. Dun, dun, dun. And then alright. See what we have here. Cool. Let's repeat that. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, so. Dun, dun. Copy. Paste. Dun, 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 dun. Now see that. So let's see, we got 1, 2,